All right, so this is my workbench for when I repair Talk and Action Thomases. This is where I do it all, and these are the tools that are set before you. What I use, this is the vast majority of everything. If you got a collection like this, you could do just about any repair you need to do, reasonable repair on a Talk and Action Thomas. But the first tool, the most important tool, is this tool, the Phillips screwdriver. Now this is a number one P1 type Phillips screwdriver. P for Phillips or point, and it has a point one type cross tip screwdriver. Now this will get you into just about anything, any part of the Talk and Action Thomas. This little screwdriver. This is the main tool that you'll need right there. Okay. Now, got big fingers, little parts. You need small fingers. And these are my small fingers. This is my little needle nose plier that reaches in there and grabs small parts when they fall between things and I can't get it out. This helps me out. A little needle nose plier does a great job. Now the next thing is my magnetic bowl. Now this guy, all right, when you take off or you remove a tiny screw, all right, and you don't want it to fall somewhere and roll off your desk or something like that, you want to keep it, you put it in something like this, all right. And what this does, you put it in there and it stays there. It doesn't bounce off. There's a magnet at the bottom right there that will keep that little part in there. So that's my magnetic bowl. Now, speaking of parts rolling off, there's another thing that maybe all you have at home already is blue plastic track. Now, I keep this blue plastic track between whatever I'm working on and the floor. So if I'm working on one of those toys out in front of me, and then I'll have the toy there, blue plastic track, and then the edge of my table. So if a screw or something falls off, it doesn't roll off into the floor. That's that right there. Now, inside here, inside the bowl, is a little tiny piece wafer of sandpaper. Now this came off of a Dremel tool. Now I use this to, let's see if I can get us focus on that. It's just a little piece of sandpaper. But anyway, I use that to clean off the actuating switch, a blade switch, and I'll do a video on that, but you'll have to clean that for some of these toys that are almost 20 years old. Next piece I use is the multimeter. All right, the multimeter here is a tool that you use to run down open wires that have been cut or burnt open. You're tracing power, make sure you're getting power, and I'll do a video on that, but you'll need a multimeter for that. All right, we'll just set that aside. Now, the next tool and the parts that come with it is the soldering iron. You will have to be doing some solder work with Talk and Action Thomas parts. This provides you some heat to remove parts, okay? Solder joints and all that, that provides your heat for that. All right, and when you're taking those parts off, you need to remove the big old solder blobs that they use in Talk and Action Thomas because they're making them as fast as possible. You click that down and you push the button right here on top, and it provides a suction, and it removes all that big solder blobs off. So that's a solder sucker. All right. Now, another tool that you can use to remove solder is called wicking braid. It's braided copper wire. All right. It's braided copper wire, and that's used to also to wick off or remove solder blobs. All right, wicking wire. And you'll need some solder iron, some solder. All right, just some solder. You'll need that too. And then you also need this googly mess stuff. All right, you see me using this stuff. This is called flux, and you use it to put it on the component you want to remove or clean up. And what that does, it spreads the heat effectively across the whole entire component instead of not just in one general area that you put your soldering iron in. So that's my parts and pieces that I use. All right, they're all there. That's just my tool. This is my desk right here. This will get it all done. All right, have a great day.